Hey guys, in this video today we're going to be looking at Google Forms. It's a great product to do surveys or evaluations for classes. I'm just going to give you the quick version here. So if I'm in my Google Drive, I can click on New, go down to More, and you'll see Google Forms. Click on that, and it's going to open up. Now Google has added a lot of things to their Google Forms, new features, which are really cool. I'll show you that in a minute. But untitled form, I'm going to change that. I'm going to give it a title. So I'm just going to name it Color, and maybe Colors, because it's a quiz or a survey about different colors. When I click off of that onto the form, it changes this so now my form has a name. I can do a little description here. This is a survey about colors. Down here, where it says untitled question, they call it a title, but it's actually just the question. So, what is your favorite color? Question mark. And right now I have it as a short answer. You can also change it to paragraph, multiple choice, checkbox, which allows them to choose more than one answer, drop down, which is just like multiple choice, only the answers disappear so it can conserve space on your page. File upload, and I love this as a new feature that Google has added. If I have a class I'm doing digital editing, and I've had a class that I just taught how to do color correction, I might have them take a survey afterwards just to answer a few questions to make sure that they know how to do it properly. And I might have them upload a file to show me a picture that they have color corrected, which would show me that they've done it correctly. So that's kind of a new feature that they've added. Linear scale, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you like the baseball game? This is that Likert scale kind of idea. Multiple choice grid is just like multiple choice questions except for one thing. Multiple questions have to have the same answers, so it makes a grid out of it. And so if I'm doing colors, I might say, let's say this was a quiz for master gardeners, and I wanted to know what colors different varieties of flowers were. I might say multiple choice questions. The answers are red, yellow, green, purple, pink, and then those would be the same answers for all of my questions in the grid. Question number 1 might be, what color is a daffodil? Question number 2, what color is a poppy? They would go down through and fill that out based on the fact that all of the answers are the same. It basically just creates a grid where along the top are all of the answers at the top of each column, and along the side is going to be all of the questions, and then they'll just answer it in the form of a grid. Date and time, you can have them specify date and time. When was the last time you went to the doctor? They'd put in the date. What time of the day do you prefer to go to the doctor's? And then you'd pick a time, like in the morning or the afternoon or whatever. So that's the basics. I'm going to make this into a check in a drop down. And then I'm going to show you a couple of things over here. You can add a question by clicking on this plus sign. You can add a title or description here, a picture, a video, and this splits your survey. So you can have two sections. So for example, if I was doing a survey for people who ride bikes, maybe the first question is, do you know how to ride a bike? If they answer no, they can go to an entirely different section because there's no point in having them answer questions about riding a bicycle if they don't know how to ride a bicycle. So they can jump to another section that maybe asks why they never learned how to ride a bike. And so that's what this section does. It's a really neat feature. These little dots here give you a menu, and this is where you can go to a section based on the answer. So if you can choose that A, they have never ridden a bike before, they can automatically jumps them to a new section. The creation of that section you would do over here. You can add descriptions, and you can also shuffle the answers so they're randomized, and you can require questions. I almost always require the questions so that people don't accidentally skip them. My answers over here, I'll just type in a couple of things, red and blue. And my question, what's your favorite color? They only have two options. You can copy questions here to duplicate it. It basically does a copy paste all at once. So if I have very similar questions, I can just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. To throw away a particular answer, you can click here. To throw away the whole question, you can delete the whole thing down here. Now that I'm done, the only thing we need to look at is the top. There are certainly settings here where you can change different things and go into a little more depth. Most people don't need to delve into that too deeply. There's also this stuff where you can copy paste. You can add collaborators. And so if you want somebody else to be able to create this or view the original form with you, you can add them in here. You can throw the whole thing away, make a copy, or get the pre-filled link. And so that basically gives you the link to the form so that you can, I often put these on a website, and then I have students go to the website to fill it out, so that's where you might get that. You could also get that down here under Add Collaborators. So if I click on this color palette, the color palette will let me change the design, so I can change the colors and make it look more customized. And this previews my form. Right now, this is what my form will look like when students fill it out. So they would click on this, choose the one they want, and then they would submit their form. The results are very, very cool. That's a separate video, though. But the results will all come into one spot, and I'll be able to see those results, and it will graph those, make pie charts, all of that sort of thing for me. I'm going to X this out. Whoops, wrong button. I'm going to X this out, and that is the gist of how you are going to make a Google form. One last thing, just as a reminder, if you're trying to get the pre-filled link, you can just copy it and paste it onto a website or send it in an email, and people will be able to submit it right from here. Okay? Good luck and enjoy Google Forms.